Factory. News Magazine salutes Education Week with films of an Indian residential school, 500 miles. Principal Eric Barrington dispenses first aid among his many other duties. He heads one of Canada's 69 Indian residential schools, scattered in key locations as far north as the Arctic Circle. They have a total of 11,000 pupils, orphans, convalescents, those who live too far in the wilderness to get to a daily school. They learn not only games and traditions, such as the celebration of St. Valentine's Day, but the mastery of words, which will open to them the whole range of the ordinary Canadian curriculum. For children who live with the midnight sun in their summer holidays, an explanation. They come to school in September, go home for holidays in June. Instead of the isolation and neglect of the past, a free and equal chance with children in urban centers. A service begins each day. The school is conducted by the Church of England, though it's maintained, like other Indian schools, by the Federal Department of Indian Affairs. For the oldest Canadians, a new future.
The media wanted us to believe that Indian residential schools were cheerful and educational for the Aboriginal children.
We were told that the schools offered healthy meals, the children were kept physically fit, and had an all-around good experience.
But that is far from the truth. Here's a story from Elizabeth Sokovi, an Indian residential school survivor.
Put it in my mouth, it was horrible. It tasted really bad and I spit it back up. And the nun saw me do that. And when she saw me do that, she came and she said, hey, you eat that. And she stood behind me while I stood there and I was gagging. You know how it is when you gag. You know what it sounds like. And it comes back up. And it landed back on my feet and she made me eat it.
Their clothing options were chosen for them.
My pocket on my slip had a little pocket there and it was supposed to be for my hanky. But my hanky, they used to every once in a while gather us all up, almost something like this. And they would say, well, let me see your hanky. And I would go dig into my hanky. If it was clean, they gave me an apple. If it was dirty, a strap. I had a hanky, but I was not allowed to dirty it. Saturday, you had to show your undies to the nuns. And if they were dirty or stained, you got to beat it. Everything that I had was marked with letter B, my blouses, my socks, whatever.
The holidays were barely celebrated.
Christmas came along, and Christmas morning, I was given a gift. It was perfect. There was these other two little girls. They were both 9 years old, just like me, but they were only in grade 2. They got dolls. So I asked a sister, I said, sister, how come I get a prayer book and they get dolls? And she said, well, how old are you? I said, I'm 9 years old. And she started laughing. You see, when I was 9 years old, I still believed in Santa Claus. But she laughed, she thought it was funny. But one of the things is, everything that those kids got, well, we all got, like that prayer book I was given that day. At the end of the day, the nun told me, you just put your prayer book up here. And I put it up there, and I never saw it again. The little girls who got their dolls, at the end of the day, they were taken away, and they never saw them again.
Now you know the truth behind what actually happened in the Indian residential schools.
Hopefully our presentation will help everyone realize that they can't trust everything that media has to say.
And that you have to dig a bit deeper to find the truth.
They put me in a residential school when I was 6 years old.